Welcome everyone. Today we are taking a look at the FDick stainless steel poultry shears. I've been testing these out over the past couple of months. They work really well. Now of course the real test will come this winter when I'm preparing a larger number of chickens. But I don't want to wait until then to show these. In this video we're going to cover 3 parts. First we're going to go over specifications. Second, I'm going to show you a quick demo and then we'll talk about functionality. So let's begin with our measurements. The overall length of the shears comes in at 10 inches. The length of the blades themselves comes in at 3.5 inches. These shears are made of a high carbon stainless steel. You'll notice the blades are spring loaded. The spring is somewhere in here. Now I haven't taken these apart myself, but from what I can tell it is possible. This little lock nut over here, it's not welded in place. There's some thread locker on it, but it should be possible to take it right off and separate out the shears. And finally there's a little clip right at the end of the handle that you can use to hold these closed for storage. This was a very mean rooster. He kept beating up the hens, nearly killed one of the turkeys, and on top of all that he's been waking me up at 4 a.m. every morning. So I figured this is a great opportunity to test out these poultry shears. I already went in, gutted him, plucked him. I have other videos that show how to get to this point. From here on, I'm going to go in and process him down to the individual pieces. So first of all, I'm going to take off these claws. With the claws, you always want to cut right on the joint, and I'm going to use these poultry shears to get this hook area in there. So I'm just going to split it open and cut right through. Next up, we're going to take off the head. The head's an easy one. We're going to use this claw right over here and push this right in and just clench down. It cuts right through, and then we'll just take care of the skin. And now for the neck, just gotta cut the skin around this and then get in there just like before using the claw section. And I sometimes use my hip to kind of brace it up against it. They say the meaner the rooster, the tougher it is to process. And now we're ready to butterfly him. But I find it easier to go once over the bone. And now we're going to go through the cartilage. There we go. And finally, there's this bone right over here, and for that you always want to use this claw section and just snap it. Look at that, we got through the first part. And now the back is generally a little bit easier. So we start off just like before, and there's not so much flesh on the back, or we're just going to go right through the cartilage directly. Yeah, these older roosters, they are no joke. They are not easy to get through. And now on the other side, we're going to repeat. And this bony section of the back is great for making stock or making soup. Now after you rinse this off, this is actually great to throw in the oven as it is in its butterfly form. But I'm going to show you how to go in and process this down even further. So we're going to start off with the leg. The leg is a bit of a tricky one. First we'll separate it out from... Even I get this wrong sometimes, it's hard to figure out where that joint is. It's actually, you see where this bulge starts and then this other one? It's not in the middle as you would assume. It's actually slightly to the left. So we want to aim for right over here. And the way I usually do this is I do a few surface cuts to get the meat off, the soft tissue that's holding and stabilizing the joint. We're just going to snap it. And next, go in and just cut through this cartilage. And that should take care of it. Moving on to functionality. As you saw in the demo, these shears worked very well on that chicken. The most important thing to look for in poultry shears, you want to make sure your blades are properly integrated. The way to test this out, I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to try and push these little blades apart as I close them down. Watching my fingers very carefully so as not to cut them. Now look, as I'm closing these shears, notice that I can't get an air gap between them. They're always nice and tight. These blades are always nice and tight up against each other. That is super important when we're cutting through all those ligaments and that thick muscle, because otherwise those blades, well, you're going to end up with a gap in between them and you'll be trying to crush the muscle and the ligaments rather than cutting them. And that's how you end up with your shears getting stuck in the chicken and all sorts of other problems. To sum things up, this is exactly what I would expect from a set of poultry shears. I've used them on chicken, on fish, and they work very well. They cut smoothly, the blades are nice and tight, I never have them lock up on me. Overall, I've been very happy with these. And finally, thank you so much to the folks at Tiger Chef for sending me these shears to review. I have a link to their website in the description below if you'd like to check them out. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel using the link below, because that helps me get more videos out there and you'll get notified as they come out.